आप एक बार अभी ट्राई करो और स्टार्ट करो।
Yeah, if I go here, share screen application.
I guess आ रहे हैं आवाज, एक बार ट्राई करो।
This is it. People out here, can you all hear me now? Everyone, can you all hear me now? Can you all see the presentation? Hello. Hardik, Senthil, everyone, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, आवाज आ रही है. You can start the second. Done.
Okay, Pratyush, Senthil, Hardik, everyone. I believe all of you can hear me now, right? All right, that's good to see a response from all of you who have been waiting for the session. All right, the objective for, if everyone is all set, let's begin with the session quickly without wasting more time. All right, Atharva, Nida, everyone. All of you, everyone, can you all hear me now? Give me a quick response. Okay, Pratyush, Senthil, Hardik, everyone. I believe all right, that's good to see a response from all of you who have been waiting for the session. All right, the objective of everyone is all set. Let's begin with the session quickly. Perfect. Cool. Let's quickly begin the session then. The objective for today's session is to see something which is exclusive, very much peculiar with respect to algebra. This time you can expect you will see the paper pattern of 2013 and 14 when IIM Mentors had set the paper. A lot of questions actually came from algebra. From algebra, there were a good number of questions which came from equation, inequalities, and AP and GP. On the basis of that, we can actually predict if IIM Indore is going to set up the paper, the predominance factor of your CAT exam, specifically with respect to your quant section, is going to be more inclined towards equations, polynomials, inequalities, and AP and GP once again. So the objective for today's session is to see and solve all the important questions which has come on AP and GP in the previous year CAT examination, so that you are very much familiar and conceptually sound with respect to taking these questions live and solving it whenever you see this in the actual CAT exam. Okay, I hope people out here are readily prepared with respect to setting up some rough sheet and pen on which you can solve the question live. So without wasting much time, I'll be throwing all the questions of the previous year CAT exam, and the objective is you and me together will be solving the question live, so that it's going to help you out to understand the pattern of APGP questions and the objective of how do you solve these questions in the easiest manner. Okay, if everyone is set, let's see the first question which came in the year 2000 here. If all of you are set, let's see the first question which came in the year 2000. Nitin, Natharva, Nida, Pratyush, everyone, Senthil, everyone. Cool. Let's see the very first question that we have chosen for today. This is for the year 2000, the CAT 2000 exam. It says A1 is 1. It has been said A1 is 1. AN plus 1. AN plus 1 is 2AN plus 5, where N could be any integer starting from 1, 2 till any given integer. The question that has been asked to you is find the value of A100. The question that has been asked to you is to find the value of A100. And you will see 4 of the options which has been given to you. Our objective is to find one of them. Okay. Now, ideally, before we even classify the series, with whether it is an AP series, whether it is a GP series, neither specifically with NMAT, also you can classify AP and GP also to be of a higher weightage. You can surely expect at least two questions coming from AP and GP in any of the examination that you're planning to give in the year 2020. Okay. Now, this question, what I'm saying is, without even classifying whether it's an AP and GP, any series, progression means any series which is either going ahead or it is diminishing. But it's going to form a series. For example, in this question, it has been given to you as A1 to be S1, and technically A n plus 1 has been given to you as 2A n plus 5, right? Which ideally, if I have to find a value of A2, A2 ke liye you will say it's going to be 2A1 plus 5. We know the value of A1 to be as how much? 1. So A2 will be 2 into 1 plus 5, which is going to be 7, which is going to be A2. So linearly, if I go and try to solve the question, I can very well solve the question if I have a lot of liberty of time, A1, A2, A3, A4, and I can go till A100 also. But idealistically, if I have to solve the question in the given time frame, you can consider the given CAT examination, you will not have more than 2 or 2.5 minutes per question. So manually, it's going to be very difficult for you to solve the question. If manually it is going to be difficult for you to solve the question, what needs to be done? Whether it is AP, GP, AP, GP, HP, or any other form of series or progression, you would have to form the link. You would have to form the link between the question and the options which is given to you. Between the question and the option that has been given to you. If I read the option, if I see through the options, 526, 625, 526, 526, 625, they are all constant. The only value which is varying with respect to the value of A100 is the exponent value, in all the four options. Is the exponent value among all the four options, which gives you a hint that A100 has to do something with the power of 99. A100 has to do something with the power of 99. Now, what is the connection of 100 versus 99? The connection of 100 versus 99 is the value is 1 less, which also gives you a hint that if the question was to find the value of A50, the exponent could have been 49. It also gives you a hint if the question is about finding the value of A2, the exponent would be 1. And if the question is about finding the value of A1, the exponent in that case will be as simple as 0. So there's a linear relationship between the exponent and the question that has been asked you. Now, whatever the answer may be among any of these four, that answer option will classify and will stand with respect to finding all the values of A1, whether it is A100, A2, or A1. We specifically know the value of A1 has been given to you as 1. So without wasting more time, we can actually look into the question and the option. If the question is about finding the value of A1, we know the exponent that we have to adjust will be 1 minus 1, which is going to be 0. Depending on that, all my four options is going to be changing. If all the four options are changing, the new option will look like 5 into 2 raised to 0 minus 6, 5 into 2 raised to 0 plus 6, 6 into 2 raised to 0 plus 5, and 6 into 2 raised to 0 minus 5. Now, the only thing which you have to look into is, we know the value of A1 to be as 1. See which option gives you 1. Which among the following option is going to give you 1. We know anything raised to 0 is going to be 1. So it's going to be 5 minus 6 minus 1, 5 plus 6, 11, 6 plus 5, 11, and 6 minus 5, 1. So we got the answer in option number 4. So option number 4 will also classify the same range for A100, whether it is A1, A2, A3. Anything you find out, you will get the answer very easily. Even if you want to check for the value of A2, A2 is going to be nothing but 2 into 1 plus 5, which is 7. Among option 4, it's going to be 6 into 2 raised to 1. This time the exponent is going to be changed to 1 minus 5, which is 12 minus 5, which is equal to 7, which is the same answer option that we are looking at, which is exactly the same answer option that we are looking at. I hope this is clear to all of you. Can you all hear me? People out here, can you all hear me? Hello. Everyone, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? People out here, can you all hear me? I hope it's audible to you now. Perfect. Let me go back to the question that we have chosen to solve. We were trying to establish the link between the question and the option. We were trying to establish the link between the question and the option. And the only link which I want to explain you is the question is ending in 2008 and all the options are picking up the last number or possibly a number which is nearby close to it, right? Why specifically it has been chosen as 2008? Possibly because this is an actual CAT 2008 question. If the question would have been of the paper 2020, the question could also have been in this form, which is 1 upon 2020 square. But in this case, all the answer option will also be in and around with respect to 2020, which means whatever is the last number, the hint, the link which I'm trying to explain, the hint and the link which I'm trying to explain is what? Whatever is the last number, whatever is the last number of the given question, the answer options is going to be inclined towards it. Ideally, in a very generic manner, I can say the first option is basically last number minus 1 by last number because 2008 is the last number. Second option will say 2007 being the second last number. It's second last minus 1 by second last. Third is second last minus 1 by last. Fourth is last minus 1 by second last. And fifth would be last minus 1 by L plus 1, which we can consider it to be last plus 1. So depending on where the question is going to end, whether it is 2008, 2010, 2020, if the question can end in 2008, possibly the question can also be till here and the question can also be till here. So we are not solving the whole sum. We are solving only the first part of the question, which is 1 plus 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 1 plus 2 square. This is the only question that we are choosing here. And the last option here, the last number is 2 and the second last number is going to be 1. We do not need any property to solve the first square root, which is 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 4. Ideally, the value is 9 upon 4. Under root, it's going to be 3 by 2, which is 1.5. Now, the only thing which you have to look into, the only thing which you have to establish now is among the options which you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can put the last number to be as the number which you have chosen, which is 2, and see what the number is going to begin or behave like. The first value will become 2 minus 1 by 2. The second value will become 1 minus 1 by 1. The third value will become 1 minus 1 by 2. The fourth value will become 2 minus 1 by 1. And the fifth value will become 2 minus 1 by 3. Now the only and only thing which you have to look into is check where the answer option is 1.5. Check where the answer option is 1.5. Where do you see 1.5 coming up? This is 0, this is 0.5, this is 1, this 1.66. It's only option number 1 which is giving you 1.5. So the answer option is also establishing the same link for the actual question which is till 2008. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clean, easy to understand, easy to establish the link, and very well you will be able to solve these questions. Now, irrespective of whether it's going to be classified into AP, GP, HP, you first have to establish the link. I repeat, you first have to establish the link between the question and the option. If you're able to identify the pattern, very well you will be able to find out what answer option are we looking forward to. Is this clear to all of you? Irrespective of whether it's going to be classified. Everyone, is this clear to all of you? If this is clear, let's try to solve the next question. Let's actually try to solve the next question. For the next question, a lot of data is not available. I repeat, for the next question that we are about to solve, a lot of data is not available. But still, if your concepts are clear, very well you will be able to solve the question. Nothing to worry about. See, now whether you have questions which is on AP or GP, you will have questions where you would have to find the nth term. The question could be about finding the sum of the values. Finding the sum of the series, finding the nth term of the series are the most two standard questions which usually come in the paper, right? Now, if you read the question, let's see if you can find any of the link. The question says, the sum of first 9 terms. The sum of first 9 terms, which is T1 till T9, is 387. Is 387. And the question is only about finding the value of T5. The only thing which I know is find the sum value of T1 to T9. And what is the general formula to find the sum of the given AP? All of us know it's either given by n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This value is 387. Or you can say it is n by 2. First term plus last term is going to be 387. And what are we looking at? We are looking at T5, which is what? Which is the fifth term, which is ideally a plus 4d. Which ideally is a plus 4d. Clear? So how would you like to solve the question? I would want the value of a, I would want the value of d, only then you'll be able to find out the value of a plus 4d, which is a5. If nothing is available, how would you like to solve the question? If nothing is available, how would you like to solve the question then? So I do not know A, I do not know D. How would you like to solve the question then? So as said, if your concepts are clear, you will not waste more time. I repeat, if your concepts are clear, you will not waste more time without taking much time. Very well, you will be able to solve the question. Let's find out the average. We know average is nothing but sum of all the values divided by number of observation. That's a technical formula to find the value of average. But if the values are in AP, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If these are 5 terms of an AP, we know the middle term is going to be the average. The middle term is going to be the average. Even if you add all 5 and divide by 5, you will get the same value 3, which means the middle term is going to be the average of the given case. So in this question, if I know the sum of value from A1 till A9 has been available to you as 387, if I have to find the average, the sum of first 9 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the middle term is going to be the fifth term, which is a clear hint. The sum of first 9 terms on division by 9 will give you the value of A5. Why? Because of all the values have been linearly arranged in the form of an arithmetic progression. The average of the given numbers is always the middle term. So there's nothing which you have to worry about. The answer is as simple as 387 divided by 9. The answer is as simple as 387 divided by 9. Now tell me what is going to be the answer for the given question. What is going to be the answer for the given question? It's a very silly question now. We know 9 4 is 36, 2 7, 42. The answer is going to be as simple as 42. And now, even if you multiply 42 with 9, you will get 43, my bad. The answer is going to be 43, not 42. You will get the answer as 43. Now, even if you multiply 43 with 9, you will get the same answer as 387. The answer is 43. Atharva, the answer is simple 43. All of you got the right answer. Clear? So fifth term we know is nothing but the average of first 9 terms. So sum is available. Directly division by 9 will give you the fifth term. Clear? So and that's going to be achievable only and only if your concepts are clear. There's no technical formula which you actually applied. All right, let's see the next question. Now let's see the next question now. If this is clean and clear, let's solve the next question. The next question says the 9th term of an AP exceeds the 5th term. I repeat, the 9th term of an AP exceeds the 5th term of an AP by 32. If the sum of 9th term and the 5th term is 114, the question is about finding the 8th term. Finding the 8th term is nothing but A plus 70 is what you need. So I would need the value of A and I would need the value of D. Only then you will be able to solve the question. Now we know T9 minus T5 is 32. AP deals with the common constant difference. So T5 plus D plus D plus D plus D. 4 times if I go ahead, which means if the value goes ahead with 4D, the difference of 32 will come, right? From T5 to T9, the value will go ahead by 4D. So we can very well say the common difference into 4 will be 32. In this case, very well you can establish the link that the D is going to be 8. It's the same common difference which is going ahead. The same common difference going ahead by 4 terms, so it's going to be 4D is 32. If 4D is 32, the value of D is going to be 8. So we know the value of D is how much? The value of D is 8. It has also been known to you the sum of 9th term and the 5th term, which is A plus 8D plus A plus 4D is nothing but 114. So we can say 2A plus 12D is 114. Taking out 2 to be common, you will say A plus 6D will be how much? 57. Will be how much? 57. Now A plus 6D is nothing but 7th term, right? And 7th term plus common difference will be the 8th term. So it is 57 plus 8. That's what we are looking at. And the value is going to be as simple as 65, which is going to be the final answer. Is this clean and clear? Is this clear to all of you who are live? Everyone, is this clear? So you do not have to worry about the lot of technicalities of solving the question. Provided your concepts is clear, the difference of T9 and T5 is 32. T9 and T5, basically, technically it is A plus 8D and A plus 4D. On subtraction, A will get cancelled. But you don't have to fall into this trap. You know, the value is going ahead by 4 times. 4 times D. So 4D will be 32. So 4D is 32. You got the value of D as 8. You got the value of D is 8 from here, first equation. Second equation gave you the value of A7. From A7, which came out to be 57, you one more time increase the value by 8. You will get the value of 65. You will get the value of 65 as the final answer. Clear? It's a simple question, nothing to worry about. Now, it's a good question that I have chosen for you guys to solve along with me in the next set. I hope the question is visible. You guys can see the entire screen. The question says the 14th term and the 15th term of an AP. I repeat, the 14th term, which is T14, is 25. T15 is 32. That's what has been given to you. And the question is about, there are two questions. One is find the 30th term, and the question is find the sum of first 30 terms of the AP. There are two questions. Question number 1, and both of them are silly. Ideally, both of them are silly. If you read the question well, I repeat, if you read the question well, you will not get trapped into forming any equation. Any equation, very well you will be able to solve the question. Very well you will be able to solve the question. Now we know AP deals with common constant difference, right? Now if T4 is 25 and T5 is 32, the difference between any two consecutive term is going to be constant, so we get to know that D is going to be 7. We got to know D is going to be 7. We know T15 is 32 and D is 7, and if I have to establish the link from T15 to T30, how would I do it? From T15 to T30, the value is going ahead by 15 times D. The value is going ahead by 15 times D. So the value of T30, the value of T30 is going to be how much? 32 plus 15 times 7. 15 times 7 is 105 plus 32, the value becomes 137. Right? T15, T16, T17, T18, every time the value is going ahead by common difference D. From 15 to 30, it's going to go ahead by 15 times. So it is 15D. 1D is 7, so 15D is 107. And 107 plus 32, the value will become 137. Hence, the value is 137. I repeat. Hence, the value is 137. I hope all of you got this, right? We directly got A30 or T30 to be 137. So we have solved the first part of the question, right? And now the second question is, find a sum of 30 terms. From T1 to T30. I repeat, from T1 to T30, we know sum is average into number of values. We know sum is going to be average into number of values. The average of first 30 terms, if the number of terms are even, there will be middle two numbers, which is T15 and T16, which we have to look into. We've got T15 to be as 32, and we know the common difference is 7. So T16 will be 32 plus 7, which is going to be 39. So the middle two terms will be 32 and 39. And what is going to be the average of 32 and 39? Tell me what is going to be the average of 32 and 39. It is the midpoint, which is 35.5. So I know average is 35.5. Number of numbers is 30. So the answer is as simple as multiplying 35.5 into 30, which is 355 into 3. If you multiply 355 into 3, the answer is going to be 1065, which is the sum of first 30 terms. Is this clear to all of you? If there are 30 numbers, I repeat, you would also have to work around with respect to solving the question, which is questions which are based on average. I repeat, these are questions which are simply based on average. Then average we know is nothing but sum of value divided by number of values. And if the sum has been asked, the sum is nothing but average into number of values. Average we found it to be 35.5. So 35.5 into 30, you will get the answer to be as 1065 as the final answer. I hope this is clean and clear to all of you, right? Alright, if this is clear, let's solve another CAT question. Please read the question very well, you will be able to solve the question. I hope you guys can see the entire question. The question says a child has some marbles. A child has some marbles which he has to arrange into rows such that each row has n marbles more than the preceding value, which is the common constant difference, which is nothing but the common constant difference. It also says the first row is having only one marble. So we know the first row, which is nothing but A1, we know A1 is nothing but 1, right? And let's assume the common difference to be as D only. It also says there are 23 marbles in the fourth and the fifth row. So A plus 3D plus A plus 4D is also known to us as 23. And the question is, which out of 25, 35 and 45, I repeat, which out of 25, 35 and 45 could be the number of marbles, in the last row. A child has some marbles which he has to arrange into rows such that each row has D marbles more than the preceding row. The first row is having only one marble. There are 23 marbles in the fourth and the fifth row together. Which of 25, 35 and 45 could be the number of marbles in the last row is the question. Is the simple question, right? The thing which I do not know is, I do not know the common difference. I do not know the number of rows also, which is the last term n is also not known to us. How would you like to solve the question like this, in which not much of the data is available? There's not much data which is available here. The only thing that is known to us is A1 is 1, and we have assumed the common difference to be as D. And then the fourth term is A plus 3D plus A plus 4D is also known to us as 23. But if you solve this, you will get the value as 2A plus 7D. You will get the value as so A plus 3D. We know fourth term is going to be A plus 3D, and the fifth term is going to be A plus 4D, which is nothing but equal to 23. We know the value of A1 to be as 1, so it's 2 plus 70, which is equal to 23. If you solve this, 7D you will get as 21 and the value of D you will get as 3. So we have found out the common difference to be as 3. Now we know A, 1 as 1 and we know common difference is 3. The question is which of the following could be the number of marbles in the last row? So A n is given by what formula? It's A plus n minus 1 into D. It's A plus n minus 1 into D, right? Now here, what is the value of A? The value of A is 1. N minus 1 I do not know, but the common difference is 3. This could be any of this option, which is 25, 35 and 45. If you solve this question, you'll get 1 plus 3n minus 3 will be equal to the given answer option, which is one of this. So 3n minus 2 is 25, 35 and 45. So the only thing which you have to solve is 3n minus 2 is what? Now ideally if I take 3n, n is the number of rows. I know a number of the rows is going to be an integer. You cannot say it's going to be 7.5 row. It's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be an integer value. So if 3n minus 2 is 45, then 3n will be equal to 47. N is not divisible by 3. So this cannot be the answer. If I consider 3n minus 2 as 35, 3n will be 37. N is not a multiple of 3. So the only option left is 3n minus 2 is 25. 3n will be 27 and the value of n is going to be an integer value 9. Hence, we got the integer value 9 for the last row number to be as an, which came on which value? Which came out to be on 25. Which came on to be which value? It came out to be on 25. So the answer option for the given question, I repeat, the answer option for the given question is 25, not 35, not 45. It's going to be option number 1, which is simply 25. Is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to all of you? So some of the question will give you a straightforward question where they will ask you to find the last number, some average likewise. Some of the question will give you some permutation combination with respect to doing some due diligence, and then only you'll be able to get the answer. But yes, believe me, AP and GP of algebra will be a favorite hot topic for the given CAT, ZAT, IFT, SNAP and MAT, all the important examination. So make sure your concepts are all sorted, your applications have been sorted. Only then you'll be able to solve these questions very quickly and easily, right? So I wish you all the very best for the upcoming examination tomorrow. Again, we'll see you at the same time, which is 8 p.m. And on this note, I'll take a leave from today's session and I'll see you tomorrow then. Thank you so much. People can find the important links in their description box and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, all of you.